Folks, today I would like to continue where I left off in the previous video, where I was explaining to you that there is a reflection of the eternal unknown on your mind, and that is the I amness without being attached to anything else, like I am a man or I'm a woman or I'm a yogi, I'm an Indian, I'm a South Indian, I speak Tamil or English or whatever language. I am a Dravidian and I'm an Aryan, I'm or a Caucasian, I'm a British man, all those divisions. All these divisions are attached to that basic I amness, which is the pure reflection of the eternal unknown. And I want to talk to you today a few things. First, why do you say, you may ask, why do you say that your experience is not just the imagination of your mind, human mind? It's a very valid question. I have discussed this in one of my videos before. I think it's something called My Credentials as a Communicator of Divinity. If you go and watch that video, you will see that the difference between my experience and the experiences of various famous Hindu Hindu swamis, Bhavan Rajneesh, for example, Rama Maharshi, and so on and so on, including J.Krishnamurti. Now, I want to bring out one more very, very important thing. I've told this earlier, but I want to emphasize this. The very first experience, okay, by the way, before I do that, I didn't meditate in order to realize God. I didn't meditate in order to realize self. I didn't meditate to realize that I am an Atma or Paramatma or whatever, because I never heard about all those Atma, Paramatma and those things. I heard about things like what Ramakrishna Parahamsa life, little bit of life. I just read when I was doing my MTech thesis. And I read Vivekananda's lectures. And I read, and to me, all appeared to be just words. And so I wanted to know what God is all about. I didn't want to experience who I am. I didn't ask a question, who am I, and things like that. At that time, I was not aware of Ramana Maharishi's question, things like that. Who am I question? I was basically a computer science student at IIT Bombay. Okay, so that's why I asked the question in the meditation. Meditation in the sense that I will just be sitting in a dark room with the light lit, a small candle light lit. If there is God, that should come and tell me what it is all about. That was my question. I want to know about what God is all about, because people have been talking about it. And my question to my grandmother when I was a village boy in Tamil Nadu is that why people are suffering and why your God is not coming and removing that suffering. So my question was why people suffer and why God is not, if that God is there, that one is not coming and solving all these problems. So in the very first experience, I'm not going to go through all the details. The thing that happened, the tremendous amount of rotation in the anti-clockwise direction. Folks, I really realized at that time what it was. Now, even till today, I was saying that it was, the golden light and white light, and they're all in a different dimension. They vibrate at a different frequency. Today, I'm saying something new. It's a different dimension. The scientists are now talking about the dimension. I don't know whether they're talking about the dimension which has a different frequencies or not. But it appears that when I was, when that happened, the I am is this basic I am, the reflection in my mind at that time, the reflection of the eternal and the eternity, just like you have right now, which I explained. At that time, I didn't know all these things. I'm a reflection and all. I was just a human being. When it happened, then suddenly the golden light entered and it went through all my body and so on. At some point, there was a small mind which was left, and that also vanished. So it was all, I was totally in the golden light. I never ever know what was golden light. In fact, for quite some time, for several years, I was not knowing what it was. That was the basic mind. If it was in the mind, for example, if I wanted to realize I am Atma is there all over Hindu philosophy. It will be in my mind if I read it, and then my mind can easily project, just like in the dream world. It projects all kinds of things. It can project. It projects the whole world inside your mind when you are dreaming. It is your mind is that powerful. Okay, now that is what's important. Yeah, this basic reflection of this eternal divinity was there, and the surrounding, what it is seeing, that was taken to a different dimension. So that is why I'm saying, for you to experience the divine world, enter into the divinity world of kingdom of God or divine world, that rotation has to take place. You have to go to a different dimension, and your mind has to be destroyed. Your human mind has to be destroyed, except this I amness reflection. Every other thought, every other thought has to be destroyed when you are experiencing this. So if you are, if any of your Bhavans or Brahmahamsas or anything, I'm not criticizing those folks. Somebody was saying that I'm confronting them. I'm not confronting them. I'm confronting their ignorance. I'm bringing out all these things so that you are not mesmerized by these fake meditations, and you don't go and do Vasi Yoga, Kriya Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, and all kinds of things. You will be doing for them forever. That brings me to next point. You may be sitting in a car, in a room, and meditating, and you may feel that I am existence. I am that I amness. I am joyful. I see the ocean. I am the ocean. I am the consciousness. just like Raman Nisargadatta Maharaj, um, uh, Ramana Maharishi, and all those things, all those people experienced. I'm Atma and so on. But when you come out of it, when you come out and live in this world, you'll be again the same old person. You may think, somebody ask, are you Atma? Yes, you'll say, I'm Atma. You'll say, do you have bad thoughts? You'll say, no, I have eliminated all bad thoughts, because your mind is totally ignoring, not recollecting, not allowing the recollection of the bad thoughts. If you are the consciousness of the whole world, as Nisargadatta Maharaj has experienced, all the bad thoughts, the tendency to rape will be coming if you are free to accept it. And some people, one of the yogis, his name is, I forgot his name, Muktananda. He saw after realizing all the enlightenment and all, he saw a naked woman coming and tempting. Then he got really upset. What kind of man I am? I'm here and saying that I'm enlightened. I'm having all this thing. And then he went to the forest and he met somebody, and then he got that explained and so on. That's a different story. No matter what I'm saying is, in the real world, in your meditation room, or when you go to the forest and meditate and realize God, you may be able to suppress all your thought. You may be able to realize God. God may appear to you. But that is not the real world. The real world is where you are living family life. That's why conveniently in those days, everybody renounced their family, and just like J.Krishnamurti did, he packed his family back to India, and he went to one of the European countries, and he wanted to find out who he is, and so on. This is what people will do. But in the real world, 99.9999% of people are living a normal life. Unfortunately, they are following these Bhagavans and Rishis, Maharishis and Paramahamsas. They can never go beyond being a follower, or maximum just like their guru that they are following. They will end up at the mind level, accumulating one more thing to the basic reflection, that is I amness, that I have realized, and so on. I am Atma, and so on. Okay, folks, the real field is this world. That's why I have said again and again in my very earlier videos that meditation room is this world. Meditation is your life. Your life is your guru. The energy around you is your guru. God is not for your level, for the human level. God is not up above somewhere in the sky. God is not sun or moon and so on. The God is the whole energy around you. And that is your guru. That is why when you follow the unconditional love technique that I've been talking about, it will point out a problem in you. It will give you some trouble, sorrowness. There will be an incident, and then you will realize that there is some ignorance, and you have to get rid of those ignorance. That's how all the things that you accumulated over and above this basic pure I amness, the reflection of the eternal divinity, you will remove all those things that you accumulated one after another. That's why I suggested that technique, unconditional love technique, practically removing all the things. Instead of accumulating more and more junk on your I amness, the basic reflection, like I am Atma and so on, removing them one after another, removing all the junk from your basic I amness. That is the technique that I have been suggesting in my unconditional love approach. Okay, so folks, in the forest and in your meditation room, you may be a great warrior. You might have won the battle of all your mind, suppressed all your mind. But when you come to the real battlefield, which is life, you'll be helpless, because this energy is more powerful than the energy in your mind when you are meditating, or when you are sitting in the forest in a meditation position. This world is so powerful. Energy is very powerful. That's the battlefield. You have to win this battlefield. And that battlefield exists in order to remove your ignorances. Remember this always. So that's why I'm not suggesting any meditation, any kind of meditation. I'm not suggesting God realization, because you are already divine. Only thing is you have a lot of junk on your divinity. That is based the reflection in your mind of the eternal divinity. You see what I'm talking about? No meditation, no self-realization, no God realization, no Guru. Who is your real Guru? This energy around you. That tells you, I've said many times, I'm not your Guru. This energy around you in your life is your Guru. That is what is going to point out you, my dear friend. You have accumulated this ignorance on top of the reflection of eternal divinity. Remove it. That is the real Guru. So no, you are no more your gurus of another human being. Remember this. Okay. Next thing that I want to talk about is no rebirth, no karma vinay. Karma. That's what I'm going to talk about. Okay, before I do that, I have to tell you one more spiritual experience very fast. Probably you might have watched this in other videos, but anyway, I'll quickly say one day, as usual, when I was doing something else, normal homework, work in the home, like cleaning my room, or brushing my teeth, or coming down the staircase, suddenly my mind will be arrested, and then everything will go dark. This is after the first experience, when I was in New Jersey, in the United States. Suddenly this will happen. And one day that happened. And it was dark, and I was looking at the darkness, and then three joint faces appear. They are not really faces that I can see. Again, this is metaphor, symbolic. I remember that. Okay, there is no face or anything in the divine world. This is symbolic to teach me what's going on. So when I looked at them, then the golden light came from here. Somewhere I have a feeling of this. I didn't have the feeling of my body except to hear that golden light goes and falls on the central face. It's not a face, central roundness. Then immediately becomes a woman's face, beautiful woman's face. That's why the golden light, I'm saying, this is one of the things that by which I learned that golden light has the power to give life to inanimate things, life things to things which have no life. And also that was smiling so beautifully, so much love, unbelievable love. That's why I'm saying, golden light has love, unconditional love, tremendous attraction it has. Okay, then when I went and joined, then this is important. When I joined, I realized that I have the 5 snakes behind me. I'm there, but the 5 snakes are behind me. This is the important state. This is one of the states of the eternal divinity, just like the golden light, white light, and so on. Now, quickly, I will tell you what it means. The five in Hindu thing, you will say that it's a realization of Vinayaka with the 5 ganas, or Vishnu is lying on the 5 snake bed and so on. All those things are imagination. What is really happening is 5 kinds of energy are behind me, right? And instead, I don't have much time. Instead of discussing all the details, I'll say this is the model of the whole universe, and its body, this I, this reflection that I'm talking about, that's me. Its body is the whole universe. Who created that whole universe? Those five energies in the 5 snakes. They are the model, the implementation, or the reflection of this particular. I won't say the reflection. This energies are there in your body as 5 senses, and that's why you are seeing this world. But you are seeing your body is your human body, and you have your mind, and you are seeing the world around. But this one with the 5 snakes behind, that body is not the human body like yours. That body is the whole universe, and its mind is the mind of everybody. Those people who lived in the past, this is what I used to call Akashic record, or the minds of people who lived in the past and also who are living right now. The whole mind. It is the mind, the whole mind, everything, everybody's mind, not only human mind, but also the animal's mind, bird's mind, everybody's mind, everything which has mind, it's there in this, in the mind of this one with the 5 snakes behind. And and this one wants this mind to be purified. It's not its want, it's its natural state. When it was created, its mind was blank. There was nothing there. It's all yet to be experienced. Okay, it's all blankness. And anyway, the first human being was generated using this. But anyway, I don't want to go there. Now, when a human child is born, the white light, I told you, the white ray of light goes from the white light to the child. By the way, there is no space it does not move, does not walk. There is no space in that dimension. It's all there. Functionally, it behaves differently. Functionally, it behaves, this ray of light is just specific to a child. That's all. There is no space. Remember this. The space is here. but the space is not there in the divine world. Space is only in the human world. Okay, so it takes when the human, when the baby is born or the baby is created, part of this experience in the part of the experiences who lived in the past, and also probably the one who is living right now, but the people who are living will not know about it. Okay, so it's unaware. Nobody is aware of it. So people who are left to the past, to simplify things, let's take that it takes the experiences of the people who lived in the past, and that is the tendency of the newborn child. It is there in the mind, when the mind develops for the child, and then when that one dies, the hope is that this child will purify. It will purify it will remove all the ignorances of the experiences of the person who lived in the past. Is purified. Some of them are purified, and hopefully all of them are purified. And when that one, the child dies, that I amness leaves, the reflection of the eternal divinity leaves as soon as life goes away from the body. And then it is purified, the mind is left. This is the process. Okay, people who have not experienced, who have not really realized the one with the 5 snakes, that energy, that reflection in the divine world, will not be able to understand this. That's why they say that the one right now in the reflection in your human mind. They think it takes the experience, it brings its own experience back to the world in the next birth and then lives. That's what they call karma. No such thing. They don't know this, what is happening in the divine world. That's why they are saying all these things. They are just copying whatever the Hindu philosophy is saying. Okay, so you do not have a rebirth. You in the human mind as a reflection of the eternal divinity is gone away when you die. Is no more. That is important. When you are not coming back, and when a new child is born, then there is a new ray of light, the white ray of light is associated with that light, and that new ray of light does not have it does not have it cannot store this this mind. It does not have that. It does not vibrate in that frequency. Do you understand? So the mind frequency is different from that white light frequency. They cannot mix, just like water and oil cannot mix together, even if you put them together side by side. They cannot mix. So that one, that's a new one. And that white ray of light never participates when you are doing your life. You accumulate all kinds of junk in your mind, it does not participate. Only it's there only in your mind. Okay? So there is no karma. There is no rebirth for you. You are not really being reborn again. Remember this. It's totally different. But there is there is a need for your experience to be purified, so that in future people born will be with less ignorance. See what I'm talking about? Okay, folks, this is what I want to talk to you about. Basically, what I said in this video is that no meditation, no guru, no self-realization, no God realization, no guru, no karma, no rebirth. There is only one, that is eternal the love, or in other words, unconditional love. And that is the only way which will bring peace to the world. People will love each other. There will be peace in the world. And that is the reason why you are all created, friends, to experience this beauty of this nature created by your five senses and your mind. Okay, folks, if you have any question, let me know. I will clarify it. You can always contact me through WhatsApp. I'll give my email address. You can send your WhatsApp number. Till I meet you in the next video, enjoy the new way of living, not meditating. Talk to you soon, folks.